Captain America issue 8 sees Alexa head to a black site where she meets with the Hydra Steve Rogers, telling him he is free, just as she promised. He is glad since for their ruse to work, they need to get moving. The real Steve meanwhile is locked in his cell in the Myrmidon, thinking about all the times he has tangled with Strucker and how recently he turned on Hydra, and in return he was allowed to run this prison. However, Strucker was allowed to run the prison any way he wanted, which in his case would see him beat prisoners, this time the Wrecker, and broadcast it to the whole prison as he hunted the poor villain down. Strucker takes down Wrecker, but Steve knows he doesn't do it just for fun, but to prove that he can and will take down anyone who will try and escape, and proving it on the Wrecker, a villain who is tangled with Thor, is a good way to prove that. In New York, Sharon meets with Wilson Fisk, who she has met in order to offer him a way out of his own funeral. Fisk finds Carter's threats amusing, saying that he respected her but finds her disappointing. Sharon dumps a group of pictures on his coffee table, all of which point to a conspiracy that Ross wasn't killed in Wilson Fisk City without him knowing, and since he knows, he is also aware that Steve Rogers is innocent. Fisk plays dumb, saying she overrates his powers in the city and was just as shocked as anyone else to find out about Ross's assassination. Sharon says that Fisk disappoints her, and while he was elected by a system that she and Steve fight to uphold, his friends were not. She says in the new world there is chaos everywhere, but she is still there, and Fisk should ask himself why she survived and where she got the pictures. Fisk finds Sharon coming to him guns blazing is impressive, and because of that he will help her, and more importantly his city, so he gives her a flash drive containing information that she needs. Before she leaves, Fisk poses her a question. If she was to ask the city if they trust Wilson Fisk or Steve Rogers, which does Sharon think that they would say? Steve meanwhile finds that Strucker's prison allows the villains some recreation, during which Steve tries to mind his own business, but Bulldozer from the Wrecking Crew wants to know if he will join their pool game, saying that while they have had fights in the past, they are all part of the Myrmidon crew now. Steve says Bulldozer never played by the rules before, which angers the villain, who tells Rogers how he came to be the way he is. Steve knows none of that justifies how and what he has done as a villain, but the other villains begin questioning the people Rogers has killed as well. Steve tells them that he didn't kill Ross, but Piledriver doesn't believe him, saying Captain America made the world feel there was someone they could trust more than Jesus, but wonders how many people died on that lie. Steve knows inspiring people isn't murder, but Piledriver wants him to tell that to Rick Jones, who was killed by Captain America's lie. Elsewhere, Alexa and the Supreme Commander escape the prison, and as Alexa goes to freshen up, she sends Selene after Steve, who attacks him with her mutant abilities and tries to suck the life force out of him. Steve fights her off, but she kills him as the Daughters of Liberty look over Fisk's information, learning that the foreigner was the one who was hired to kill General Ross. Captain America issue 8 was yet another fantastic issue that continued Steve's fighting against the country that made him who he is and defending the principles that they are ruining. I love that we actually got some closure with Hydra Steve, which is something I didn't actually see coming. I didn't think they would actually murder him off the way they did. I assumed he would become sort of a new nemesis for Steve and used in nefarious ways throughout the series, but maybe that was a bit too obvious and a bit too cliche of that happening with him becoming sort of the mirror to Steve. We've seen that a lot of times before. Sharon Carter's role in the story was actually really cool as well, and I'm loving that they are giving her something important to do, along with her new team, which I'm really excited to learn more about and to see in action. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.